This is Team Jodwin, and we're going to do a Banlist discussion video.
Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while, guys.
Are you Ugandan dancing?
Oh man, them moves. And yeah, we haven't posted any videos in a while.
He doesn't have any moves.
We haven't posted any videos, that's fine. We haven't posted any videos in a while.
Been busy.
Little unorganized, as you can see. So we're going to do a Banlist discussion video. This is an extremely short ban list. I like it. And yeah, we're going to start banned, limited, semi, and released. You are not recording, are you? Okay.
I'm not doing nothing.
He's literally in the corner of the fucking series, just right there.
Alright, so we're going to start with the ban. The one, the only Firewall Dragon got banned. Konami did it. So happy. Are you happy? I'm happy.
I'm not. Well,
Okay, so clearly, why this got put here? So simple. Degenerate. So degenerate. Yeah, it needed to go. It was the heart and soul of like every loop possible now. And yeah, the meta impact. This is. It's gonna be interesting.
It was the meta.
It was the meta. It was the FTK. It was the extra link. I'm not saying the extra link's dead because not by any means is it dead, but it is slower by like this much.
Just this much.
And just this much. And yeah, that gives room for other decks to shine a little bit. And then so something interesting about this is this was traditionally this was the Ace Monster 2500. Now, apparently, Konami...
Are you sure it wasn't Decode Talker?
Oh my god. It fit the 2500. It fit everything about it. Was the same, type. It
didn't have 2100 defense points.
Hey.
You're right, because it has no...
Hey.
Anyway.
Look at me.
There's only one thing I have to say about Firewall. Praise the Lord, it's gone. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah. But okay, people say that Konami doesn't care, but they're going to change the main character's Ace Monster in the anime because of this. I know, Konami's fucked us a lot, but this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Okay, I'm done. We can go to the limited now, which goes to Armageddon Night.
Armageddon Night. So for Armageddon Night it was limited because of the fact that it's just gotten too generic over the years. When the Armageddon Night first came out, graveyard decks weren't as reliant as they are today. We've gotten to the point where every dark deck's competitive. You have Burning Abyss, you have PK Fire, Dangers, Dark Worlds, Infernities back in the day even used this thing. The problem is he's not a hard once per turn. It's whenever he's summoned, and it's just gotten too powerful. He needed to really go to one. Honestly, I would have preferred him banned, but a limit is just fine. Don't rush me. I haven't even been on this for a minute. Thank you. But back to the point. It was really good, the limit. Now that Firewall's gone, I think the limit is just fine for the moment being. So, yeah. I
mean, he's still the creator of one card. Everything.
Yeah, but the consistency is lower. Because one of the biggest plays with Armageddon Night was when you have multiple copies, it was the Isolde combo. You use them going to the first Isolde, and then use the Isolde to summon the second one. Now you decide either to use them to go to the Isolde and not have one in deck, or you have the Isolde play.
On the camera. Where you're talking.
I was talking to my partner, but okay. So back to the point.
Wow! I breathed in CO2, and that's not healthy.
Okay, but you either have to or go into Isolde a different way and then use her effects. So I think a limit was really good to slow them down. Now Armageddon Night is still a very powerful one of obviously, but we'll just see what one copy does. So the other two can get their opinions on Armageddon Night.
Him dying is all I want to know.
I really don't have any opinions. It's pretty well covered. It was one card combo pieces.
One card FTK.
Yeah.
It's called Rona Thin Your Deck.
Rhoda searches, you moron.
Yeah, but that also deck thins.
Hey, and Rose searched this guy too.
Yeah, that's searchable target with Rhoda.
And now, another question is why is
so since this fat boy here is banned, can we get Norden back now?
He's limited.
I don't care. I want him banned. Give me Norden back.
That's limited though.
Give me my Norden back.
Why do you want Norden back? Give me a good reason.
My N-word with the hard R Norden back.
Nick, Nick. Okay, next card, please.
Anyway, next card. Semi-limit. I think that goes to Mally, to my boy Mally here. So none of us in the group actually played.
That's not super.
I don't care. It's Ultra.
The original print was Ultra, you piece of crap, no offense.
Anyway, none of us actually played this
card.
The secret looks better. But I do understand okay. In the degenerate crap that it was played in, none of us played it that way.
Tell it, Dad.
Cameraman. Anyway.
Oh, thanks for the ultra. Can I have the other two?
No, So, nonetheless, the meta, that was the reason it was here is because partner in crime. Literally, these three are all partners. But okay, these three are all partners here, and this is just the lower end.
He's the lower end of the stick.
He's the lower end of the stick. He got the short straw.
Is it because he's retarded? Retardedly broken.
Hey, you can't say
fair,
that word on YouTube.
To be fair,
You have to say mentally challenged now.
He's not wrong. He's level 6 and he's 800 attack.
Demonetized.
He's falling a little short here.
And
he rides the short bus.
Okay. Meta impact is not long. It's not. You can't do this 3 times. You can't get 1 on the board. Sorry, do it 2 times. You can only get 1 Mally out of it if it gets in the grave by any means. So you can't just keep looping through them. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. My thing with Mally is that I have actually got to play Mally in some of the degenerate decks that they were played in. The problem with Mally is, honestly, the fact that his special was not a hard once per turn. It was way too easy to dump him. And back in the day, he had already been semi-limited before. For those our viewers that don't know, he was semi-limited at a previous point on the Banlist history because of a deck called Teleport Dark Arm Dragon, because he was able to spam level 8 sinkers because of it.
Slow your speech by like this much.
So everybody, I'm just kidding.
God damn.
Right.
But yeah, so Destiny Hero Malicious was also the failed design that I'd like to be able to concentrate and talk on my video and not watch an antic over here.
Okay.
So Destiny Hero Malicious also had the ability to be discard for Destiny draw, so if you dead drew it, or a lure to get it out of the hand. Mally to 2 will lower the ability to be able to get the effect. You couldn't limit a card like that because there's no point. And banning it would have just been outright outrageous. So semi-limiting seems like a good hit to the card.
Would it have been outrageous though?
Yes, to limit it, yes.
I said banned, but whatever.
Banned, I wouldn't have minded.
Okay. So we're done with the semi-limited.
Okay, on to the unlimited cards.
We're gonna do that one last. So we're gonna start with Dark Destroyer. Get your tongue off the table.
Oh no, I can't. It's Dank Destroyer. It's Dank. Okay, so this fat boy's a 3, right?
Yes.
What's the card?
It's Cosmo Dank Destroyer.
So dank. Give me
the card back.
Guys, excuse the jokes. We're all loopy here.
Sorry for the jokes.
Yeah.
If you like this and want to see more, let us know.
So,
exactly.
Cosmo Dark
I thought he was gonna rip that.
was put.
Give me $30, bro.
40.
40.
Let me make out with your girlfriend. Oh wait, no.
I don't have
He doesn't have
Oh
one.
my god, are we really talking about that?
By the way, he's desperate. He needs a girl.
I'm not desperate. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yugioh thoughts. Get over here and help him, please. Help him. Okay.
Okay. Back to the card.
Okay. Anyway, Cosmo Dark
Dank
Destroyer.
Destroyer.
It's Dark
Dank.
Destroyer.
It's dank, but I
It's
feel
dank.
that this was a good decision by Konami to put it 3, because we haven't really seen Cosmos on the map.
Well, they're in space. That's why.
We haven't seen them since legit. They popped up once at Zoo format. And that's it. No,
Yeah.
Spiral.
It was there
It
for
was Zoo.
Spiral format
No,
as
it was
well.
Zoo.
It was Zoo.
It was Zoo, and
Was
I
it
tried
Zoo?
to make it for Spiral and it didn't work. Didn't work.
I feel like Cosmo, the Destroyers are really going to put the edge on Cosmos that they needed. Instead of them running like 2 Eclipser and the Dark Destroyer, they're just going to be running their initial, hopefully not Tin Can Turbo.
Oh, that's
definitely
that's
gonna
the
play.
deck.
That's
It's
what
got
that's
to.
what they're gonna
That's the
play.
deck.
It's got to. Your normal summon, Tin Can.
It's just the big beater that they needed besides Dark Witch or Wicked Witch. Or
You mean Dark Milf?
Lady.
Dark Milf and Dank Planet.
Cosmo Dark Lady, for those that don't know.
And
It's a Dark Milf.
So
Cosmo
Shut up, Dustin.
Planet and Cosmo Joe.
Who's gonna play Planet
No
anymore?
one played Planet.
I played
I
Planet.
did.
People,
Ass.
I played a Planet, but I'm not going to
I
now.
did,
Not
but
anymore. We got this
always.
boy back at 3, obviously.
That makes him easier to
So what do
sell.
you think this is gonna do in the meta now?
Oh, I like the. Sorry, you go. It's your card.
It's. I never really played the deck as well as this.
Well, just
So-
excuse me?
No.
Let's just talk about, look at the guy behind the camera here.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so in my opinion, I think the fact that it's a 3K beater, floatable, non-targetable monster is great. I still think the deck's it's gonna be a good rogue option, but I don't think it's gonna be meta.
Okay.
Not meta? Okay, it's trash.
Oh
Wow.
my god. Wow. Yeah,
Anyway.
dinos are rogue and they're trash.
Past the,
Pretty much.
Okay. I didn't say that!
anyway,
I was
pass,
saying-
pass the torch to you.
Okay, so
Fuck
Dark
my hat
Destroyer,
guy.
my opinion on Dark Destroyer real quick
Piece of shit.
is that the fact that it's helpful for the game because we've gotten to the point where the 3,000 destroying is going to help when you have things like Cerberus in the game. So this gives because the problem with Star Destroyer getting limited before was you only have one 3,000 meter you get special from a death because Eclipser and the other Search. So now that we have 3 we get special from death, that's a lot more helpful in my opinion. Anywho, on to the next card, which is one of my favorite unlimiteds of this list.
I'm gonna give you 2 minutes on this one.
Yeah.
Really?
You said you could go on for an hour. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes.
Okay, give me 3 and we'll make it a deal.
Wait. This is his card though. He's got it.
Called by?
Oh wait.
He's
You
got it.
idiot.
Oh.
Show them the
I
card.
forgot all about this.
So, Called by the Grave. This was a card that got semi-limited on the last list, which it really shouldn't have. And it wasn't until recently I realized why. It was the fact that these degenerate FTKs that we had in the previous format were even more degenerate because of this card. Because if they open with this, that one troll that could have stopped the FTK is now getting negated. Call of the Grave is necessary in this game at 3. Because with all these hand traps that are necessary as well, they need something to counter the necessary hand traps. We're in a vicious cycle where hand traps can't be banned because they keep the game in check. But we need to keep the hand traps in check themselves. So Call by the Grave, I think is really good tech. Not only does it stop hand traps, it stops those one of... Okay, no, I'm just going to ignore that. Those one of cards, like... One of my favorite things about Call by Grave is like banishing things. Like, for example, the pilots or something that they get in the graveyard, tin can targets is a really good way to stop that. UCT is a good target as well.
All the
Raptors better.
All the stupid fucking hand traps that'll stop your play.
I just said that. I said except the hand traps.
It's a general good
card. This needs to be at 3. It is healthy for the game.
Get on his guy. He's talking. Yeah.
He doesn't care. So Call by the Grave. I would talk more about this, but there's other things we talk about. I think Call by the Grave was probably, in my opinion, the most smart of the 3 cards that were brought back, in my opinion.
It was the most smarter.
Is that even a word?
Smartly. The smartest.
So Call by the Grave.
Keep going.
It's good. It's so good. It's a good generic thing. See, the whole thing with the I know. Shut up.
No.
With the whole thing with the balance, and I'm gonna only say this once, and I don't want any response. I will be honest here. Okay, the thing with the balance. We need this to balance the hand traps that balance the other decks. Here's something else that we could think of. Maxi.
Yeah.
That's banned, by the way.
Maxi
I know.
3.
Anyway, so that's that. We're gonna go to our third card.
No, I'm not ready.
That we
by
don't
the way,
I'm not ready.
You know what, that's why we're waiting for him to finish. The Maxi, now Firewall's gone. I think Maxi can stay away for a little while. I want Maxi back simply because of Firewall, but now that his spamming's not around, we might be able to wait a little longer for Maxi to come back to 3.
You wouldn't max C while danger was a thing?
For real.
Listen, that's the
They already draw enough cards as it is.
Listen, but the FTK I could draw into a hand trap to interrupt them.
What hand trap after now's the thought gets when the thought gets back
And they
on
have to
board?
special 3, 4, 5 times to get to that thought. That's 5 extra cards I'm drawing.
No! No!
He just ruined the image. He ruined it.
No, I didn't.
He ruined it.
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, for our last card on the list.
We don't have a
3
picture.
now.
We don't have a
We
real.
don't have a
card.
picture right now.
So we jinxed out it.
So
we jinxed it.
We're all poor. We can't afford
we
it.
made a ratchet version.
And our friend Wayne
are you ready?
that's
Nick,
here,
what did you
Stealthy's
do?
Not here, doesn't have it. He ruined it.
So, don't pay attention to this. Don't look at this. Don't look at this right here.
But why'd you put
You
it
gotta
on?
look at this.
It's gotta be oh my god.
Oh, well,
Below the weight. Anyway.
it doesn't matter.
It was
Okay,
below the
so
waist
ABC
of the card.
Shut the fuck up. How do you turn it off?
It doesn't matter.
Dismiss. Dismiss! You
Oh my god, give me this. You apparently don't have time to drop
You
that.
get a date, bruh?
Okay, so
Maybe.
since you have time to... Dustin. So A Assault Core was the last card brought back to 3, but it was the one that made the most sense to bring back to 3.
Oh, you
A Assault Core on the last list was Scapegoat because they could not ban Firewall at the time. And ABC, unfortunately, was the part of a degenerate FTK that was involving the A part, or the ABC parts.
So
And
why
it's-
A, not the D?
Because the reason they hit A instead of the other pieces
No.
is A is the one that allowed them to recycle pieces.
want to see
B
the
and
D?
C.
The D.
Get that
Destroyer.
shit out of here.
We're running out of time, by the way.
I know.
So
We're
A
not
is
out of time. We're at the minimum time we need to be.
13.
Oh, whatever. Just go.
Okay, so A Assault Core now allows ABC as a deck to function again without the degenerate banlist cards. So stop doing that crap over on video, please. So, that's really all we have to say about this list.
Okay, so who wants the outro?
Peace out. Goodbye, guys. We'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, that was so
That's
bad.
the point.
Hey, guys, look.
God.
It's right here.
It's not recording anymore.
Oh, you fuck.
Josh,
It
that's
is.
the point. I was making a cringy one on purpose.
So cringy.
Shit out of
The
here.
whole video was